Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Afternoon, evening, whatever it may be at the time of your viewing of this video. Welcome you back to the channel, Red, White, and True News. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope your families are doing good. I was just seeing there's a breaking story here, awaiting a rocket launch of probes to orbit Mars. The launch window's still open, but it may get scrubbed, and that'd be huge. Going back to Mars. I don't know if you guys are interested in going back to Mars or not, but I think it'd be kind of neat. See the red planet again. So does everyone have big plans for the weekend? Well, a short week, Veterans Day. Hope all the veterans out there, thank you for your service and sacrifice, and to your family members as well, thank them for their service that they served. And so anyway, we got some couple of good little stories here. People are still talking about these Epstein files, y'all. I don't, me personally, I could care less about them. They've already said there's nothing there. I mean, I think I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You know, does anyone think for 1 second if there was anything in the Epstein files, the Biden administration would not have released them, right? I mean, Donald Trump's in the Epstein files. I mean, you know, all these YouTubers out here and these pundits on TV, and you know, it's like they're gonna speak something into existence the more they talk about it. You know, it's just like they're hoping that there's something in there that's not there. You know, it's just everybody keeps bringing it up. It's like, geez almighty, let it die already. But whatever. But nonetheless, the Schumer shutdown finally over, huh? Gee whiz. American people, they held hostage over this. Unbelievable. All the federal workers that didn't get paid, and oh geez, unbelievable. But you know, the air traffic controllers are going to get back pay, of course. But I mean, they still have bills that they have to pay during these shutdowns, right? And I guess a lot of them were starting to call out of work, and because they had to pick up secondary jobs to make ends meet, so they could pay their bills. You know. Federal government is reopening its agencies after Donald Trump signed the House-passed funding package last night to end the record 43-day shutdown. He did it from the Oval Office at like 10:15 last night. That was Central Time. Shutdown likely led to a loss of 60,000 private sector jobs. Now, this is a CNN article. I like to, every once in a while, read from a different news outlet so people can make their own judgment and do their own research of who broadcasts the truth, who writes, these so-called journalists, right, y'all? In my opinion, journalism's dead, but whatever. Make of it what you will. Let's see. Yeah, the 60,000 private sector jobs, according to Trump's top economic advisor. Federal workers who haven't received a paycheck in weeks are waiting for back pay, and air travel is still feeling the effects, with 1,000 flights canceled today. But SNAP food aid recipients should see their full November benefits by Monday, and Senate staffers are set to get paychecks tomorrow. SNAP, I don't know what that is. I mean, maybe you guys can tell us in the chat. Is that program for pregnant moms or something, where they get like milk and stuff for their babies or something? I don't really know what SNAP is, but So that'll be good. You know, at least whoever's getting these. Oh no, you know what? I think I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard Brooke Rollins, the agriculture secretary that's over. This is a welfare program. That's what that is. That's going to be totally overhauled after this shutdown ends because now they're finding. I'm not even going to throw the number out there. That there's dead people that are still getting these benefits, and there's some people getting double the benefits, and X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. I don't know. I can cover that story at a later date when they start doing this overhaul, because welfare was not designed for people to be on it long term. I remember as a kid growing up, you know, people that got on welfare, you know, it was like a temporary thing to get people out of a difficult situation, maybe losing a job or you know or whatever the case was, losing a spouse to a death or something, and they loss of income, and it helped them out temporarily, and then they got back on their feet, and then well, it went away. So, um, but anyway, yeah. So the government's opening back up, longest shutdown in history. Uh, just an absolute farce. Didn't need to be done. Senate Democrats or House Democrats have voted to keep this government open on a CR, continuing resolution, for I mean, long as I can remember. But they're playing dirty politics here because they're progressive base. You know, you know, they believe in despotism for we the people. So they didn't care if the government ever opened back up. So, um, yeah, 43 days. Jeez. Um, it's. I mean, in my opinion, keep it closed. I mean, we're in 30. What are we at now? 37 trillion in debt. I mean, when's it ever going to end? I remember when the national debt was 12 trillion. That's, let's see. Yeah, I think that's about far back as I can remember. Yeah, 12 trillion. Now it's 37 trillion. And these Democrats just want to keep spending, spending, spending. It's like, where does it stop? I mean, it's silly. It's silly, folks. You can't just keep keep spending without there being recourse from it. It's bound and determined to happen. So, but yeah, this I wanted to talk about this hard Harjinder Singh. There's a guy down here in Florida that was driving an 18 wheeler. He's driving down the turnpike, which is a 4-lane highway, runs north and south. Okay, up the eastern seaboard from the tip of Florida up to Jacksonville. And so the guy was driving this semi, and he tries to make a U-turn into oncoming traffic. Not a care in the world. This guy's an illegal alien. Well, he got his license out in California, where they didn't vet him. I mean, I don't know if any test that they even gave the guy, driving test, and they just handed him a CDL license to carry 80,000 pounds of weight around in a big old 18 wheeler, and kills. Um, let's see. Here, I'll just read it real quick. This is a Fox News article. An illegal alien truck driver accused of causing a crash in Florida that killed 3 people appeared in court Thursday as his attorneys pressed for new testing of evidence before trial. Yeah, everyone in the United States presumed innocent until proven guilty, right? Harjinder Singh, if that's how you pronounce it, of India, faces multiple federal counts of allegedly causing a fiery semi-truck crash that killed 3 people in Fort Pierce, Florida in August. So Fort Pierce is down south. Singh, who crossed into the United States illegally in 2018 via the southern border, has been charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide and was extradited to Florida to face charges after traveling to California in the aftermath of the crash. He appeared via video conference from jail for a docket call before Judge so-and-so in St. Lucie Courthouse in Florida on Thursday. Defense attorneys requested that Singh's blood samples be released for independent analysis and asked for access to inspect the vehicles involved before they are released from law enforcement custody. Prosecutors did not object and both sides told the court they expect those steps to be completed before the end of the year. So the reason I read this is I don't know how you guys feel, but there are a bunch, I mean a ton, of illegal aliens out here that are driving around with a CDL license without being properly tested. Okay? I had a CDL license for many years. I mean, I could get it back. All I got to do is go get my physical. I was in government work, and we had to have it. So it's not an easy test to pass. First of all, you got to do the written, and the driving test is even harder than the written test. And so there's all these illegals out here, y'all, driving around the United States. They don't know how to read the signs on the roads, and so I just want to give everybody a heads up that this is in fact a true, thing going on in the United States. That keep your head on a swivel out there when you're driving down these interstates, because you never know. Like this bonehead here, he busted a Yui on a 4-lane highway. I saw the video of it right after it happened. I couldn't believe it. This guy actually tried to make that turn in a median, in a semi, and looks, you see him turn right, and then look back left. Well, the traffic's coming from the right. It's going in one direction, right, north. And he just don't even care. He just turns right on into traffic, and the minivan goes right underneath the semi trailer. Probably just decapitated those people. Yeah, so I know that Ron DeSantis is doing something about it in Florida, but old Gavin out there in California, not so much. So just you guys be careful out there when you're driving around. If everyone would please share the videos and like them and stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content and things like that, because we're ever evolving and making some changes and things on the channel coming up, and we're going to start doing some live streams and things, so we can get some engagement from the the viewers and things like that, and pretty exciting stuff. So we'd love for you guys to be part of it. So if you would please subscribe to the channel, and we'd love to have everybody. 6 House Democrats explain breaking with party to end shutdown. That party's it's in disarray, y'all. It is in. I've been saying it for. Eric Swalwell referred to the DOJ for criminal probe. Mr. Fang Fang. Yeah, Mr. Fang Fang slept with a Chinese spy, and he's still sitting up there, head of the House Intel Committee, and he slept with a Chinese spy while he was married. I mean, and they spend all this time and all this money to impeach Trump twice for what? For nothing. The Russia hoax that we all knew was a hoax, but it took what? I don't know, 5-6 years to prove it, but nonetheless, Yeah, old Mr. Swalwell will not stop speaking out against Trump. Oh, okay. So keep on running your pie hole there, Eric. Um, Six House Democrats who broke ranks with party leadership by voting in favor of legislation that ended the government shutdown are now opening up about their actions, with one saying, quote, "The last several weeks have been a case study in why most Americans can't stand Congress." Representatives Marie Gluesenkamp Perez of Washington, Jared Golden of Maine, and Adam Gray of California, Don Davis of North Carolina, Henry Cuellar of Texas, and Tom Suozzi of New York were the six who voted, with all but two Republicans, to pass the bill by a 222 to 209 margin. President Trump then signed the legislation late Wednesday night, putting an end to the longest shutdown in U.S. history. So I just wanted to read those names off to you guys, um, of the Democrats that broke ranks, which you don't see that anymore these days, do we? Well, they hold that party line, don't they? Hmm. Yeah. So, oh, and I did see too that First Lady helping reunite Ukrainian families. John Fetterman. Remember John Fetterman? This guy is about the most moderate Democrat there is in, well, if there is a Democrat party. Um, the man that had the bad stroke, that was, he ended up in some psychiatric um, therapies and things. He was institutionalized for quite a while. The poor guy was in bad shape. And I've listened to many interviews how he talked about how he came out of a real dark place in his life where he was, the guy thought about taking his life and things. That's just sad to me, man. People should never, you get to that point, you need to seek help, and praise God he did. And he came out the other side okay. And I don't agree with the guy's politics, most of them. Some of the things I do agree with John Fetterman, but um, you know, it's yeah, keep that guy in your prayers. He fell, I guess, apparently. Um, there's not really much being talked about right now, but um, he's okay. He was taken in for observation, but yeah, keep old John Fetterman in your prayers and his family. So yeah, I just want to touch on one other thing here. The Northern Lights. I wanted to ask everybody: were you able to see them where you are in your states and cities? If you would, just drop a comment down in the comment section for us. I'd be interested to see how many people were able to see it. It was beautiful. Um, I saw some pictures. Uh, Sorry, I was didn't really put many videos out last week. I had to do a little bit of traveling, but yeah. So as far south, I heard the Space Coast in Florida, Merritt Island, Titusville area. Some people were able to see it through like a camera lens on their phone. But up in the northern part of the state in the Panhandle, I saw pictures of it. Skies were purple, green, light green, not dark green like you would see in the northern part of the country, but the pinkish purple color. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, that's a phenomenon. You don't get many chances to see that in life. Um, so if you ever get a chance to go to the northern part of the country and see the northern lights, they say they're a sight to see. So, or out west, you know, Montana and places like that, you can see them. But Yeah, this one I guess caught a lot of people by surprise. Um, it's a geomagnetic solar storm or some of sorts. Yeah, I've always been real fascinated by weather, so I follow a lot of the storm chasers and things on YouTube, and those guys are. I always wanted to chase tornadoes. I thought that'd be so cool. Um, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I just want to touch on a couple of those topics for you guys and let you know what was going on, and appreciate everyone tuning in, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get the notifications when our videos post, and we appreciate everybody stopping by, and as always, till the next one, take care of yourself and each other.